Sauerland-Event präsentiert Ihnen den zweiten Hauptkampf des heutigen Abends. 12 Runden Profiboxen um die EU-Meisterschaft im Schwergewicht. Supervisor des Kampfes für die FVA, Willibald Palatin aus Wien, Österreich, und für den Europäischen Boxverband Rinse van der Meer aus den Niederlanden. Geht der Kampf über die volle Distanz, entscheiden diese 3 Punktrichter. Es sind Mikael Hug aus Uppsala in Schweden, Jan Christensen aus Kopenhagen, Dänemark und Zvonko Rukavina aus Nivice, Kroatien. Der Chef im Ring ist Daniel van der Wiele, der Ringrichter aus Berten in Belgien. Und das sind sie, die Details zu den beiden Boxern. Der Herausforderer aus Polen boxt in Schwarz und Rot aus der roten Ecke. 30 Jahre ist er alt, offizielles Kampfgewicht 103,2 Kilogramm, 1,89 Meter groß. Profi seit 1998 mit einer beeindruckenden Statistik. 46 Kämpfe, 44 Siege, 27 Mal durch K.O. Sein Trainer Jacek Dąbrowski aus Warschau. Albert the Dragon Sosnowski.
Sosnowski standing almost 6'3" and weighing over 16 stone 30, 16 stone 3 or thereabouts. You can see in good shape.
Verteidiger aus Deutschland in weißen Trunks. 24 Jahre alt, offizielles Kampfgewicht 110,1 Kilogramm, 1,96 Meter ist er groß. Profi seit dem Jahr 2005. Seine Bilanz absolut makellos. 18 Kämpfe, 18 Siege, 11 Mal durch Knockout. Sein Coach Uli Wegner aus Gelsenkirchen, Deutschland. Von Schalke, der amtierende EU-Meister, the defending and undefeated European Union Champion Francesco Pianeta.
Pianeta, the bigger man at 6'5", weighed in at about 17 stone 4 1/4.
Wer verlässt als Champion den Ring? Sosnowski oder Pianeta? Die Antwort jetzt aus Düsseldorf.
Daniel van der Wiele, a very experienced referee, drawing them together for final words of instruction.
Obey my commands at all time, protect yourself at all time, give the best you can, touch gloves.
Well, a lot of people said about Sosnowski before he fought Danny Williams, this is going to be an easy one for Danny. He's got a padded record, never beaten anybody of any note. Well, tell that to Danny. Stopped him in 8 rounds and he did a pretty good job on him. Now Pianeta, undefeated in 18 fights, won a 12-rounder on points his last fight in Zurich in December on the undercard of the Holyfield-Valuev fight in Zurich, one which I'd personally prefer to forget. And Sosnowski, you can see slightly the shorter man, but really physically powerful looking individual. Pianeta fighting out of the southpaw stance. And although he's a very big man, he has actually been down as a professional. He was floored in only his 2nd professional fight, and that by a German cruiserweight, one Dirk Mandelarts.
Oh, gets caught there, did Pianeta.
Good right hand from Sosnowski, wasn't it?
He started well, Sosnowski. He's really come on the first 30-40 seconds or so. He's really taken it to the champion.
He's a likeable sort of fella, is Albert, and I know after he beat Danny Williams, Danny was furious with himself, stormed out of the arena afterwards, didn't really want to even analyse what had happened. Sosnowski roared his delight because he knew that after years sort of in the shadows of the sport, he'd posted a win that mattered, and it might just be that that victory will take him on to another level. We'll see. Did so, it would really upset the apple cart here. Judges taking a look at this one. We saw a Dane, a Swiss judge, and one from the Czech Republic. That's a good body shot. Good left hand from Pianeta.
And it needed it, John, because it's been all Sosnowski up to now. He really has taken the fight to the champion. He's closing that gap down. He's catching Pianeta with the right hands and also the left hook. Pianeta's boxing quite sensibly. He's keeping that guard nice and high, just taking a look at his opponent, but he's losing this first round.
Well, he isn't doing anything, is he? Apart from that little flurry. There's another good left hand. And I think that might have been taken on the arm of Sosnowski. Born in Warsaw, Albert was Essex-based for some time. Pianeta just settling into it a little bit better in the final minute of the round, but it's been a pretty decent opening for Sosnowski, that one, Richie.
Oh, definitely, he's won the first round. Sosnowski boxed superbly well. Certainly stepped on the gas, didn't he, and took it to the champ, so yeah, he won that opening round.
Now, my Polish is arguably worse than my German, so my apologies if I can't interpret exactly what's being said in these corners. Uli Wegner, very experienced coach of Francesco Pianeta. He's got bruising around the eye already. First round, and already it's swelling up underneath that right eye. Precautionary with the ice, but you can see where Sosnowski's been getting through.
Yeah, well, he's been getting through with the left hooks, hasn't he? And that just shows you there. His right eye bruised a little bit, but also he's been landing some good right hands as well. And this man's got to get his act together now in the second round.
12-rounder, and a good start by the Pole. Not doing anything flashy, is he? But he's just pecking away with that jab and just keeping busy.
I think Sosnowski is boxing with confidence as well.
Yeah, I think it underlines the point I was making about having got that win under his belt against Danny Williams. It's given him a bit of belief. An English voice in Sosnowski's corner, which we heard very clearly saying, "Move the head." They are respectful of that potent left hand of the tall Pianeta.
Pianeta here, John, he's got to use the jab a lot more. He's trying to probably work at more mid-range, and he should be concentrating with that right jab of his, nice and long, keeping his opponent at range, just to have a look at him, just to settle into the contest. That's what he should be doing. He's allowing Sosnowski to close the gap down and work on the inside.
And one thing I can tell you from having commentated on that fight when Danny Williams fought Sosnowski is that he's more than happy to fight at mid-range. It's where he's effective.
Well, I mean, look at his build, Sosnowski. That's what he wants to do. That's his strength, mid and short range work. That's a bit better from Pianeta. That long straight left hand.
Well, it's an interesting fight so far. Sosnowski, is he going to be able to maintain this confident start that he's produced? Signs Pianeta just getting into it a little bit more in this second round. Like a slappy look to that left hook. Left eye of Pianeta marking up as well now. There's bruising on that side of his face also. I tell you what, that's not bad, Richie.
Yep. Good work here. Oh, and again. I mean, Pianeta's got his hands fairly high, so there's a lot of shots hitting the elbows and the arms, but there's a few that's getting through as well. And again, it's round 2 for me, for Sosnowski.
Well, of course, the crowd responding every time Pianeta opens up and tries to throw punishing shots of his own. That's a decent left hand, but has he done enough to win this round? Well, not on my card either. Crowd trying to get behind the Italian, now based in Gelsenkirchen, 30 miles or so away from Dusseldorf. I see a bit more movement, don't they? See him slipping a bit more.
Well, that's probably what it needs now to add it to his style. Is just a little bit more head movement, but he's working very well. Got to quicken those feet.
1, 2, 3, 4, set aside, set aside. Don't stand still.
Don't stand still. There you go. That's good. Bit of a slap there from Pianeta with the right hand.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it needs to move his head a little bit more, Sosnowski, and quicken those feet up and close that gap.
Can we go away, Albert? Yes? Don't stand in front of him. You mustn't stand in front of this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, cut.
Okay, seconds out.
2 rounds complete, and Albert Sosnowski, with English instructions coming his way, is still performing with real confidence.
Sosnowski's working well again here, John, but he's getting caught on those ropes there, just above us. But the point I'm trying to make here is his right hand, especially Sosnowski, is dropping really low, so he is open to counters. When he's attacking, his right hand drops very, very low, so he's open to that straight left or a left hook. From there you go, look, that's what I'm talking about. He's open to that shot. That right hand of his drops too low.
Pianeta stalking him, trying to walk him down. But more scoring shots from the pole, and again, good fast hands.
That's good work from Sosnowski. It's all right, Pianeta saying, well, come on, yeah, you haven't hurt me, but believe you me, that has affected him. That was good work.
Pianeta, for all the reach advantage, height advantage, has not really utilised that as well as he might have done. There's a little chopping left hook in there, but he's not worked the jab, has he? Pianeta, that is.
I mean, he's coming back into it now, Pianeta, but I'm very disappointed with him up to now. He hasn't worked with the jab at all. He's just standing in front of his opponent. This is better from Sosnowski again. He's getting through his shots.
Sosnowski with Orient emblazoned across his posterior. How did they get on today?
I don't know.
Wir müssen damit den beeindrucken. Wem?
They are concerned.
Well, John, I think he's lost the first 3 rounds here, Pianeta. I can't see how you can give it against Sosnowski. He's just been the one who's been doing all the work. He's coming back into it, this kid is, but it's too slow for me at this stage.
He's got the edge in power, you suspect, don't you, that left hand. Blood from the
Nur
nose,
der Klügere wird
bruising
Sieger
around
sein.
the eyes,
Hopp, hopp, wieder hin, in die
and
Mitte
something
kommen.
akin to a riot act from Uli Wegner. Pianeta, he was supposed to be the star defending his title. Not working out too much that way so far, at least not how we're seeing it. Albert Sosnowski in the black, red and white shorts has made a really encouraging start.
You know, John, you often hear it said that some heavyweights are a little bit lazy, and I think Pianeta here tonight is definitely lazy with his jab. He's just walking forward. He's preferring to trade on the inside, but I think he's coming off second best.
Keep your punches up, says Daniel van der Wiel. He's not had too much to do so far, has he? It's been fought in a decent spirit, this fight. Pianeta, incidentally, a former Muay Thai kickboxer.
Lass ihn nicht arbeiten, Mensch. Hin jetzt!
The chants and the shouting goes up for Pianeta, but he's being outworked still.
Siehst das nicht? Francesco, der baut Ruhe!
And there you see Pianeta's coach as well
Die muss jetzt haben!
in that picture. Uli Wegner getting extremely animated, as well he might.
Yeah, he's not happy, is he? Not at all. Pianeta is just allowing Sosnowski just to dictate the pace. He's being outworked, John. It's quite plain and simple.
He's being outboxed as well. Pianeta models himself on Paulo Vidos, the former European champion. He says he's his role model. Wants to follow him to the EBU title and maybe beyond. He's got to get rid of Albert Sosnowski, who has an altogether different script in mind. Closing seconds of the fourth round, where Sosnowski once again was the busier fighter.
Pass mal auf!
Subjective thing, I know we say, look, there's the frustration in his coach, Pianeta's coach, Uli Wegner. Subjective thing, isn't it? But it's hard to see how judges can be scoring it for this guy at the moment.
Well, exactly. You know, Sosnowski for me has won every round. And I think the corner here are, you know, they are really concerned. He's tried to take his man on mid and short range, and just totally the wrong tactic. He should be going mid to long range, using the jab more straight left hands, keep the man at bay. I mean, you're seeing here a couple of shots from Pianeta, but believe you me, there weren't many in that round.
No, they've had to dredge the old replays pretty deeply there to get to a moment when Pianeta was showing some sort of dominance, because most of it was Sosnowski. Pianeta needs to impose himself and fight with more confidence. And as they would say in
I mean, look
a
at this.
football crowd, it's all gone quiet over there.
Definitely.
Not too much support for Pianeta being heard around the place now.
And what a simple jab would do also, John, would keep the guy off balance all the time. But just as he's about to set his attack, pop that jab out, keeping him at bay, keeping him at distance. That's a little bit better than Pianeta. But again, he's covering up, but he's allowing his man in on the inside far too easily. He's getting through with a few shots now, Pianeta, and that's mainly because Sosnowski's done so much work. He's actually slowing down here, John.
Well, Pianeta needs a big round, doesn't he? Needs to get back into this fight. Remember, he's the champion. He's not fought like one.
Francesco, komm, da hat mir... Zeig mir Willen, Francesco. Komm, lass die Hände fliegen.
That's a good right hand. At last starting to find his range just a little bit here in the 5th round. Wasn't a bad shot, was it?
That was a great shot.
Walked into a very solid shot from the pole. And 2 more. Come on, let's have some more. Well, I'm sure Sosnowski will be only too happy to oblige.
And Sosnowski's got in great shape for this, John. He looks really, really fit, really strong. He's held the work rate together. He's kept it going.
There's a good right hand from Pianeta. But Sosnowski's taken it well. Heavy punches from the local favourite at last starting to find their mark. It's taken an awful long time of coming.
Yeah, he's just shown a shot there that he should have been thrown as well, John. He just showed me a shot there. That left uppercut of Pianeta. He wants to start throwing more of those.
Could turn into a really good fight, this one, Richie. That's a better round from Pianeta. His best of the fight so far, I think.
Three right hands there from Sosnowski. Super work, all on the inside. There's the 3 right hands again, different angle. Good work though from Sosnowski in that round. Right hand coming up, oh, right through, wasn't it? Didn't get actually, it actually hit his own hands, didn't it, Pianeta?
Well, that round was underway. We've had an email coming in from a fan watching with great interest the progress of Albert Sosnowski, and an Orient fan. Albert apparently owns a house down there near the ground, and Val wanted to know what the score was today. And Orient, I can tell you, beat Cheltenham 1-0, so maybe Big Albert's been inspired by that. Richie's still got a grunt because of the baggies.
Oh, don't. Listen, I'm immune to it, mate. We're used to misery, us Albion fans.
And the pattern continues. Sosnowski working away, varying his angles.
There's a left uppercut again, look, John.
Yep. 2 more back from Sosnowski, though. 2 hooks, 3 hooks. These are getting through. Best advert that Orient's had for a while, this one. I'm sure the chairman will be delighted. caught him off balance as much as anything. That's better though from Pianeta.
He's thrown 3 or 4 of those left uppercuts, John, this round. Must have read our minds. He's got through those shots, Pianeta. But Sosnowski again coming back. I really admire this guy's fitness as well, because he's kept it going, hasn't he? It's been a high work rate from Sosnowski. Oh,
good uppercut again, left hand. Left hand onto the jaw of Sosnowski, but he's taken it well. Has the damage been done though? Is Pianeta now starting to bully his way back into the fight? You wouldn't like to bet either way now. Sosnowski unquestionably has the early advantage, but Pianeta, the bigger man, is starting to come on stronger as the fight unfolds.
Is he slowing down, Sosnowski, John?
Possibly. He certainly had a very high work rate in the first 4 or 5 rounds. I reckon Pianeta won that round. Do you agree with that one?
Yeah, I do agree, yeah. I think he may have won the last couple, to be quite honest. I got it 3 points at this stage for Sosnowski.
He's blowing a bit now, isn't he?
What a shot that was, that left uppercut. What a sweet punch that was.
Do your Vaseline.
Different angle, same shot.
Shaping up to be a really tough fight, this one. We're only at the halfway stage.
You've only got to find that big shot, Albert. You've only got to find that big shot, haven't you? Come on, left hook, up. Okay.
I think they're well aware in that corner that Sosnowski's just gone through maybe his shakiest round of the fight so far, into the second half now. Tight guard from Pianeta. Content to let Sosnowski expend energy on gloves and arms.
Yeah, but John, when there's nothing at all coming back, then, you know, judges surely are going to go for Sosnowski, because he's the one who's throwing the shots, is coming forward.
That's a good shot, but a single shot. Every scoring punch of Pianeta acknowledged by the crowd and emphasised as such. That can have a bearing on how judges see it. It was uppercuts which did for Danny Williams as much as anything back in November. Sosnowski got inside and landed really good shots, brought his shots up beautifully. Maybe Pianeta's done his homework and he's tried to keep that guard tight. Sosnowski doesn't want to be trapped in those corners.
Better from Pianeta now, he's coming on.
Francesco, you can hear reverberating around this Dusseldorf arena. It's going to be a test of fitness, stamina.
Good work again from Sosnowski there.
That's the fitness you were talking about?
Yeah. He's trained really hard for this fight.
It's a big opportunity.
And John, he's got to try and move more around to his left, away from that left uppercut. Look, you see, he's got to move to his left now.
There's a danger, he plants his feet and tries to outpunch the puncher.
If he holds his feet or moves to the right, then he's going to walk onto the left uppercut. So he's got a majority of his movement has got to go to the left.
Two solid left hands again from Pianeta, just to emphasise the point. Good round, really good round.
Der Wille. Und wenn wir rum, dann musst du knallen. Ist mir egal, du schaffst das schon. Hopp. Wenn die letzten 3 Sekunden, dann musst du noch mal hinfeuern, dass du einen guten Abschluss hast. Komm her. Komm, mein Junge, du bist doch stark.
Germany traditionally
Mann. Alle stehen hinter
not a
dir,
great
Mensch.
place for visitors to go and challenge for titles.
Kannst du nicht im Stich lassen, deine Fans hier,
Remember
Mensch.
Sven Ocker and Robin Reed?
Oh yeah, I
Bleib
do
stark
indeed,
und
yeah.
wieder geschlossen bleiben.
Felt for Reedy
Wieder
that night.
geschlossen. Du schaffst das.
Remember that
Der ist
referee?
doch auch fertig. Merkst du das nicht?
Yeah,
Seemed to be punishing him for punching him, didn't
He
he?
had a moustache like Baron Munchausen.
Und dann wir wieder stören mit der Führung. Hörst du, du musst die Runden gewinnen. Das ist, du musst wieder hin und zurück.
I've still got Sosnowski ahead. Well, interestingly, the backers of Pianeta think their man's winning.
That can't be right, surely.
Seriously, absolutely. That's right from the Sauerland camp.
Well, that does surprise me, because I think Sosnowski, for me, is winning this contest. Probably he's a good 3 rounds up on my card anyway.
Who knows? Not as effective now as he was in the first 3 or 4 rounds, certainly, I'd buy that. Had a big effort in the last round. Maybe just taking his foot off the gas a little bit here. That's good. Pianeta landing with heavy headshots. And he's in trouble, Sosnowski. Now his fitness is going to be tested. How well can he recover from those 3 or 4 really big shots which went through to the head?
Yeah, great burst from Pianeta there. Kept the attack going, sustained pressure there. And Sosnowski is definitely slowing down. I think Pianeta senses it and upped the work rate a bit there, didn't he? Went through the gears and caught his man.
And again, good accurate shots from Pianeta. Crowd respond instantaneously when he lands the scoring target. The home crowd very much more buoyed than they were earlier. They've got something to cheer about. Good respect between these two lads. And if you're just joining us, don't forget, coming up, the return to the ring of one of the rising young heavyweight talents who might be standing in the way of David Haye or Vladimir Klitschko before too long. We've got Alexander Povetkin against Jason Estrada, the top of the bill fight, coming up after this one, and this one's still very much in the mixer. It's the EU heavyweight title fight. Francesco Pianeta, the taller man there in the white shorts, against East London-based Albert Sosnowski. who has tried his damnedest. He really has made a great start to the fight, but the further it's going, Pianeta is getting back into it and landing with hurtful shots.
Yeah, great exchange there. And Pianeta came through. Good 6 or 7 shots came home from Pianeta. That corner's a lot happier.
Had some leeway to make up though, didn't he? There's a good argument that he lost, well, maybe 3 or 4 of the first 5, possibly all 5. But he's now started to find his range and is right back into this fight.
Good long right hook there from Pianeta.
Stop. Watch your head. Watch your head,
Sosnowski landing with his own left hand, but Pianeta seems to be showing a willingness to try and walk through his man now to get into range.
Francesco, geschlossen bleiben! Geschlossen bleiben!
Here the Pianeta corner telling him to up his work rate.
Du, Francesco! Komm! Francesco!
Still a sound of desperation though, isn't there? They know that he needs big rounds.
I think they also realise that Sosnowski is slowing down though, John, and they're urging their man on. Yeah, he does need some big rounds here, but you just get the sense that Pianeta, you know, he can put an attack together and could have more of an effect on his opponent. That's better.
Keep it up. Looked over the belt to me. That looked a decent shot.
Stop. Watch your head, Albert. Watch your head. Box.
Daniel van der Wiel a little bit on Sosnowski's case here in the 9th round. More signs of tiredness though, isn't it, as he leans on and the head's coming into the chest and up into the face of Pianeta. And again, 3rd time he's been ticked off this round. Good exchange and not a lot between them.
You just sense that Pianeta looks the fitter man here, John.
Well, Sosnowski put a lot in early on, didn't he? And he's just getting a bit ragged.
Francesco, ist ja ganz klar, um was es hier geht. Du musst aber auch was tun, denn ja, das kann dir keiner abnehmen, mein Junge. Du musst jetzt mit dir in Reine kommen, du musst kämpfen und trotzdem deine Verteidigung nicht vergessen. Schön klare Hände, mein Junge. So, babab, unter. Aber der ist doch fertig, der reagiert doch gar nicht mehr. Du triffst schon mit der rechten Hand.
Talk us through this, Richie.
Es geht hier
Yeah, some better work from Pianeta towards the end of the round. There's a good straight 1-2 there
Ist dir das klar? Na bitte.
from Pianeta. But, I mean, the way he's talking, we don't understand German, John, but they seem very concerned, don't they? And there's some urgency in that corner.
Not too low and watch your head, okay?
Only 3 rounds remaining. The gap is closing. Or maybe, if the judges are seeing it differently, maybe Pianeta is accelerating away.
Well, I've still got him slightly behind. I mean, I think the first half of the fight was all Sosnowski. Pianeta's starting to come back into it, especially the last 3 or 4 rounds, but I've still got him a couple behind.
So by that reckoning, he'd need to win the last 3.
Yeah, on my card.
But I wonder if there might be a hometown decision factor which could still have an impact. That's a decent shot though from Pianeta, forcing his man back.
And if you listen to the urgency in the corner, then, you know, they weren't exactly happy, were they? In Pianeta's corner.
No, absolutely not. Heavy right hand. Sosnowski having to suck up a few really solid punches here now. Tough fight. It's been a hard fight, this, Richie.
Yeah. Oh, nice little right uppercut on the inside there from Sosnowski. That was a good shot.
That's the one I was talking about earlier. He has good variety of punches, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
It's good from Pianeta, though.
Noticeably, John, last few rounds, last 3 or 4 rounds, Sosnowski been boxing with his mouth open. He's obviously feeling the pace.
Stop! Watch your head, please. Come on. Hold it.
He's getting no favours at all, but from the referee.
No, isn't he? Rolled underneath the hook, didn't he? And as he brought his head up, I don't think there was a collision, and he was still getting told.
Step back and look. No hold.
And Pianeta's corner there, urging him in that corner, shouting instructions.
An awful feeling that this referee might be about to deduct a point from Sosnowski if he continues to put the head anywhere near Pianeta. And a deducted point could have a crucial impact.
Czujesz mi tylną nogę, żebyś mi tylko nie wpadał tym sierpem.
Albert Sosnowski has 2 rounds left in which to pull off what would, after the Danny Williams fight, would be the most significant win of his career.
Dasz radę.
Been a pro for an awful long time, made his debut back in 1998 and has bubbled along on undercards around Europe and around the United Kingdom. This is his opportunity. 6 minutes in which to make it count. But is the tide turning?
Yeah, lovely
Po tej akcji uciekasz na lewą stronę.
left uppercut there from Pianeta. It was a good shot. And again.
Arthur Abraham. And there's the promoter, Wilfred Sauerland, alongside him. Sauerland, of course, the older of the 2 men. Been a significant figure in German boxing for many a year.
Good left hook that was from Sosnowski, yeah. Pianeta, he acknowledged it. He called his man on, but it was a good shot.
What a good opening to the round
Yeah.
from Sosnowski. Now can he sustain it?
That was a good straight left as well from Pianeta. Just made Sosnowski get on his bike a little bit there. That was a good shot, and he's really tiring now, Sosnowski.
Breathing through his mouth, jaw hanging open and wanting to hold on and buy a few moments.
Those are the signs that he's tiring, when he wants to hold.
Again, the crowd a little bit subdued. And Sosnowski forces the early pace in this 11th round. Oh, that's a decent right hand from Sosnowski.
Got caught with one as well, John.
Yeah, he did.
I think he's handled the southpaw style fairly well, Sosnowski. He's closed the gap. He hasn't launched the attacks from too far away, because that's a common fault that a lot of orthodox boxers make. They fall short with the attack. He's been getting up close. He's been landing good right hands, left hooks. They're the main shots you should be throwing against the southpaw. He's boxed a good fight, Sosnowski. Just running out of gas now.
Really interesting fight it's been. And an interesting one to score as well. Sosnowski surely dominating the early stages. Pianeta fighting back well. The younger man. Whatever the verdict, there'll be debate about it afterwards, unquestionably. Sort of fight that's going to set the internet wires crackling a little bit. How did you score it? What did you see it? What were those fools on television talking about?
Oh, they always say that, don't they? Yeah.
Big effort from Sosnowski in that round. Did he do enough to win it on your card, Richie?
Yeah, he did for me. I've got him winning the contest.
Well, there you go.
Die letzte Runde entscheidet.
Former world champion in Richie Woodall, who's seen a bit of boxing over the years. Coached it, boxed it, Olympic medal, world title. And in his book, we've got Sosnowski winning the title. And I think that Uli Wegner certainly recognises that it is, if not in danger of slipping away, that it already has done.
Yeah, well, I've got it 106, 104 up to now. I've got him 2 rounds up, Sosnowski. And there may be people shouting at the telly, what the hell are you on about, Woodall? But that's the way I got it.
Well, I wouldn't disagree. There's the head going in. That's what Daniel van der Wiel has ticked Sosnowski off for on more than one occasion. Is this going to be another terrific performance from Albert Sosnowski to build on that upset victory over Danny Williams last November? He has fought with tremendous pride and bravery in his opponent's backyard, almost literally. Comes from just down the road, Sosnowski, from Dusseldorf, only 30 miles or so away. He's got a lot of fans in the auditorium, and Sosnowski could be about to claim this title. Certainly Pianeta needs a big last round.
Definitely, I think if Sosnowski wins this round, he's definitely won the fight for me, but I've got him 2 up as it going into this last round anyway. But he just got to put the icing on the cake now with a big round here.
Who's going to have the greater strength and resolve and be able to see it through to the finishing line? Past the elbow and coming up the finishing straight, to use a Grand National metaphor. Sosnowski not quite 100 to 1, but certainly the outsider, and walked into a big right hand. Wanted to hold on momentarily. But has Pianeta still got enough left in the tank to claim it? In all honesty, whatever the outcome, it's been a disappointing performance from Pianeta.
Definitely. Overall, I think he just chose the wrong tactics, John. He's allowed his man to box on the inside. He's neglected his jab and long-range work, and that's what he should have been concentrating on early.
He's looked anything but a star in the making, hasn't he, really? Good fight, this. Sosnowski wants to hold on, see that clock tick away.
I'll tell you what, I'd be confident with Martin Rogan going in against him, or a Matt Skelton.
What, against Sosnowski or against Pianeta?
Against Pianeta, if he retains this title.
Maybe that's the way to go. It's going to go to the judges' cards. Unless something totally unforeseen happens in these last 20 seconds. Pianeta, I think, has done enough for me to win this last round so far. Sosnowski's been in survival mode for the most part, bravely coming forward, but look at him holding on, trying to drag out the seconds. And there is the final bell. The two of them waged a really entertaining and compelling contest. Both of them celebrate as though they've won it. Is it going to be a hometown decision? Will the home man take it? It's a close one.
Well, it is a close one, but I've got Sosnowski winning this contest. I've got it 1-1-5, 1-1-4. Certainly, he won the first half of the fight well, did Sosnowski. Pianeta's come back into it, second half of the fight, but he hasn't done enough for me. And overall, I don't think he's boxed that well, to be quite honest.
I think if this fight had been in Warsaw or London, I think Albert Sosnowski might.
There's only one winner in it, John. If it's in Warsaw or London, there's only one winner here. Come on.
Well, I've got it. I've got it by a couple of rounds. I've got it slightly wider to you. I've got it one more to Sosnowski. I've got it by a couple of rounds. You've got it by one. But has he done enough to win in his opponent's territory? Sometimes they say to win a title you've got to win big. Did he win big enough? Has he won? All questions which will be answered within just a few seconds as the judges' cards are tallied. Fans have really enjoyed it here tonight. Francesco, the chants go up for Pianeta. And there'll be a little bit of celebrating round Orient way if Sosnowski has done it.
Certainly the smiles are coming from the Pianeta's corner.
Yeah, they are. Any good at reading upside down?
Well, I'm not very good at reading anyway, John, to be quite honest.
He thinks he's won it, doesn't he? He thinks he's won the title. Interesting to hear what Bunsey makes of this one after the fight. Whether he agrees with the way we've seen it, or whether he goes for the greater power of Francesco Pianeta, who maybe edged things in the second half of the fight. Had the better of the closing rounds, I think, overall. Sosnowski started so well and created all sorts of problems for Francesco Pianeta. Let's hope we don't get some really surprising scoring, shall we say. It's a long time coming, isn't it? As the supervisors pore over the tallies and make sure that everything is as it should be.
I think the body language in that corner from most of Pianeta's camp is good for him. They think he's got it, definitely.
Well, here we go. Let's see how it goes.
Hier kommt das Urteil der Punktrichter. Michael Hook aus Uppsala in Schweden wertet den Kampf 113-115. Zvonko Rukavina aus Nivice, Kroatien wertet den Kampf 116-114. Und der dritte Punktrichter, Jan Christensen aus Kopenhagen, Dänemark, wertet den Kampf 114-114. Damit unentschieden. Tie. And still European Union Champion in Heavyweight Decision. Weiterhin EU-Champion im Schwergewicht. Der Mann aus dem Sauerland-Team aus Gelsenkirchen. Francesco Pianeta.
It has been given as a draw, 2 rounds to Sosnowski, 2 rounds to Pianeta, and the third judge, the Swedish judge, scoring it 114 points apiece. I have to say, I think the big man here, Francesco Pianeta, is a little bit fortunate to be leaving this ring tonight as still the EU champion. Albert Sosnowski, unheralded, has built on that win from against Danny Williams and has come here tonight, and in my book is a little bit unlucky not to go away without having the